Hello guys, this is Justin with Fuel and Firepower. Today we're out here doing another little challenge. I don't know if you watched my other video with the $150 plinking challenge I did. Today, exact same thing, but cheaper. So today, instead of doing the 150 like we did before, we're going to do a $100 plinking challenge. So this is everything you need to plink in your back door. So what do you really need? A gun, right? Ammo, and targets. Right? Now I know you can use about anything you want as a target, but I figured to make the challenge an actual challenge, just kind of put everything together. We are shopping at Trinity Outfitters in Kentucky. My buddy Joe over there has an awesome website. Just opened up a storefront. So try to keep business local when you can. Right here's his website, TrinityOutfittersKY.com. And like I said, he's got a huge online air gun selection as well as FFL sections, don't want to mention that on the tubes, the YouTubes. But anyway, I'm actually going to get you in here closer. We're going to open this together. I ordered 3 things. This is the only box that showed up. Hopefully everything's in there. We'll find out soon. All right, so we're going to go ahead and open this up. Here's what we got. Daisy Powerline 880. So this is a pump action BB and pellet rifle. This one does come with a scope. Looks like my other stuff did not come. So we'll probably have to continue this video a little bit later once everything actually shows up for it. But I'm going to get you down here. We will go ahead and open this and I'll kind of show you what we got going on here. All right, friends. So let's take a look and see what we've got here. Daisy Powerline model 880. 800 feet per second, maximum velocity, 177 cal, dual ammo, so it takes both pellets and BBs. Multi-pump pneumatic, 1 year warranty. That's kind of cool. Featured 4x15 air rifle scope. Looks like it's branded as Daisy. Probably not very much of a scope, but for this thing, it should be fine. Monte Carlo style stock with molded wood grain and checkered. I will say, compared to my other one, this does have a lot more rifle feel to it as far as the wood grain and the little details with the white in there. That's pretty nice. It does have a dovetail groove for the scope. Crossbow safety just like the other one. The pumping handle actually uses a handle that's down here below here. The foregrip itself don't move, just the lever does. So it does have an adjustable rear sight if you just want to use the rear sight. And this actually is a rifled steel barrel. So let's read over this here. So 50 shot max on the BBs. Single shot from pellet, just like all of them. Maximum shooting distance, 291 yards. 291 yards? How many times did you have to pump this thing? There's no way this would shoot 291 yards. There's no way. We're going to open her up, take a look at her, see if she's as pretty on the inside as it shows on this box. Yeah. All right, so first we got the scope. If that's what you call it. Very much a little pencil scope, made in China. Daisy branded 4x15. Cute little fella. Does come with instructions for the scope. Owner's manual. Here we go. Pour out a plastic. All right. So, I will say this thing is very attractive looking. I'm going to say this zip tie. Those things are getting expensive. That's a nice wide foregrip. Feels like it'd be good for shooting off a wrist. The Monte Carlo style stock, so it's got a nice cheek riser to it there. I really like the little white inlays on this thing, man. I know it's just paint, but it's a good look. Reminds me of some of the older Remingtons. So you got load for the BBs right here on this thing, and then single shot up here for just your pellets. Your dovetail rails up here, adjustable rear sight. So it has a lot of adjustment on it. That's nice. It does have a little bit I don't know if you guys can see it. Little bit of white paint up here, just on the dot. I appreciate that. That's one of my biggest gripes with most air rifles, air pistols. You just solid black sights. You can't tell anything about those, man. Misuse or careless use may cause serious injury or death. For use by ages 16 or older, read operate manual before using. 16 or older. I think I'm okay. We're not going to shoot it or pump it up until everything's here. I'm still waiting on the pellets and the targets. Powerline 880, the first piece of the puzzle in this plinking challenge. I think we've done really well. This thing was really affordable for what it is. It seems really nice made. It is all polymer. It is all, I mean, it's all plastic. Don't get me wrong, right? But they did well with it. It's a very attractive piece. Man, that's slick. That's so nice. That's very nice. So I like the sight on this thing. I like the bolt, the cocking mechanism. I like it. I like the design of everything. I'm looking for something negative to say about it as far as the looks and kind of a quality over first impression. It's hard. Other than this little thing right here, it says made in China. Not a fan of that. Oh man, that sits so nice. I really like open sights. I've tried to get better with them over the years, and this just tall blade on the front with the white dot, and this back here in the rear sight. I mean, you can see it so well. I'm excited about this, guys. I'm excited to get everything in and shoot this rifle. If it performs as good as it looks, it's going to be a really nice rifle. All right, guys. So it's the day after we got the guns and the rest of the show. So we'll go ahead and open it up to show you what I've got. Like I said, first day we got the pump or the Powerline model 880. I was actually on Daisy's website today, and I saw where they had a shooter's kit. Came with a couple of those little small round targets that like a clay target, and then came with a few pellets, which is nice. And it was like, I think the gun is about 70 or 80 or something like that, or 60, 70, 80 bucks. And then the whole kit was, right at 100 as well. But got a little more pellets. I got a little bit better targets. So it's all about what you want, I guess. But here's what we got here. We got the Crossman hollow points. These are in the 177 cal. These are the ones most of my rifles do like. And then we've got these shooting splatter burst targets. So now that we've got everything, let's get these out, get the rifle out, and we're going to take some shots. I know I said I was going to mount the scope last night, but I didn't. I got thinking about it, and I have the Crossman 760 Pump Master and its open sights. So I'm thinking about, before I put this scope on, maybe do a head-to-head. We've got our targets here, and they've got the little covers just in case you hit anything. And they are stickers, so you can stick that on, and that's what we're going to do. So we never want to waste a good target, right? So we've got this bad boy right here. Sticker off. Those are a good size sticker. So here's our target, right? So here's what we'll do. We'll set this up over here on my target. We'll move back 7 yards and we'll do some open sight shots. All right, we've got our target set up here. I'm actually going to try to get back there behind me so you can watch me shoot. And then we'll come in and see kind of where we're hitting together. So we're going to try this little over the shoulder view here. I've never tried it before. Hopefully it works out. Like I said, Powerline 880. So I don't exactly know the feet per second on this, but I'm guessing since it's 880, I'm going to guess around 800. So first we'll start out, we'll just do 3 pumps to start out. 1, 2, 3. Pulled the trigger, and this kind of caught. Safety wasn't touched. All right, let's try to take a second shot. Did it again. Right, I don't know. I think I figured out what I was doing. Looks like your bolt here has to be back before I actually pump and hold air. When I was pumping it with it closed, I could hear it coming out the end. So that's on me. Yeah. Remember when I say to read instructions? Be right honest with you, I didn't. But hopefully somebody will watch this video and learn from my mistake. Man, this thing is very accurate at this distance. I pulled a little on that one and pulled low. I'm just gonna try 5 pumps. Man, let's go down there and look at it. So there you go. I did pretty good. I did that one I just fired from the hip hit up there. But all the rest of them, look at they was hitting right there. I put several through those holes. I think I shot 5 right there. All right, guys. So it's a new day, but I got the scope mounted up on the rifle. So we're going to try to take some shots from like 10 yards back. Just do a little plinking with it. I got a can. I got the old pumpkin. I'll turn it around there where you can see a smiling face. We got the silhouette target spinner. We got the ground target over here, the resetting one. And then I got my 2 steel targets there. We'll take a few shots here, see what we can get done. I will say one thing about this. Loading pellets is much harder once you've got the scope on. I guess we're going to have to shoot the can next so it don't fall off. All right, now we're going to shoot Mr. Pumpkin. My AC unit just kicked on, so I figured it might mess with the audio if I tried to talk from back there. What we're going to do now is going to shoot 2 shots at the spinner. One at the bottom, one at the top, about 10 pumps each. All right, guys, I'm trying to watch out for danger noodles. But got my can set up. I'm going to go for a pretty long shot here. This is going to be right 45 yards. It should be a good long shot for this thing. I don't have it sighted in for this far away. So we'll see what we can do. Let's see where I hit. Yep, so one of these was from the plinking, and the other one was from this one, so I actually hit about the same height, but I was aiming at the top of it, and I only did 5 pumps. That's pretty cool. I'll get you back up here, and we'll talk about it. All right, guys. $100 plinking challenge through Trinity Outfitters KY.com. So what did we get? We got the rifle, Daisy, Powerline 880. It does come with a scope, which is always nice. This rifle's excellent. I don't have really any complaints with it. Just after you get it kind of figured out there, got to be caught before to pump and hold air. You know, kind of scared me there for a second, but got it figured out. It's a very attractive rifle. The stock is nice. Foregrip feels good. This does not have very much grip on it, so if you're trying to hold it real good and steady, it needs a little serrage or something back there to make it hold a little better. But it's very nice. That front blade side is really easy to see. It's really easy to adjust, and this front feels very sturdy. So I like that. What else do we get? Crosman Premier Hollow Points. Great ammo. I use it in about all my rifles. It shoots well out of everything. So good pellets to have. You get 500 of these. I think it ran like $12. And we also got the targets. These are Birchwood Casey splatter targets. They do have the stickers to cover them up. You get 12 of these, and they're 8-inch, and it was like $11. So with everything, spent right at $100. It was just a tad over with taxes, but for $100, everything you need to plink. And I know that you don't need targets and stuff like that I just want to have everything. I just want to be for it to include everything when I'm talking about this challenge. Um, I could go with cheaper stuff. I know that, but I've done the $150 challenge. Got a nice break barrel air rifle with a scope. This time I want to do $100. Get a nice rifle with a scope, and targets and pellets. On the last one, we actually got the steel target that I still have set up in my yard out there. I shoot it all the time. It's been excellent. I will use these as well. I really like these. And you can reuse these. All right, guys, again, I want to thank Trinity Outfitters of Kentucky. I want to thank Joe over there. He always does me right on prices. Here's his website. He also has a store that just opened up. It is in Booneville, Kentucky. If you're over there, check him out. He's got a pretty good selection and it's growing every day. I do want to remind you all, I am on TikTok, more racing videos over there, and I'm on Instagram where I post like updates and stuff like that. Guys, again, I want to thank y'all for watching. Catch you next time.